What's up, guys? It's Rich back with another Escape from Tarkov video for you. And in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about some just early weapon builds that you can be running, especially for level 1, level 2 traders here. I'm going to go over a few AKs and then some M4 builds here, and I'll kind of show you what I have on my guns here. And then I'm also recommending this VSK for close range SMG use. The reason being is for the SP5 ammo, but we'll get into that. I won't waste too much of your time. So I'll keep this video short, sweet, simple, and straight to the point. If you guys have any questions about any of the builds, let me know down below in the comments, guys. If you find any of these builds helpful, and if you rock any of them, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, and make sure you sub to the channel for more Escape from Tarkov content. I love this game, and I love making content on it. Hopefully, you guys have been having a great wipe. I have been having a really fun time. We're at level 19 with 32 raids and 61, or 32 survival out of 61 raids. So that's pretty solid for compared to what I had last wipe, but no complaints there from me. We've got a pretty solid inventory amount of keys and things like that. Again, guys, hopefully you guys do enjoy this video. Let's get into it. Let's talk about some of the best guns, and we're going to start off with the AKM here, and I'm just going to dump into the edit build here, and we're going to kind of just go over a few of the things here that I have on each of these guns, and then obviously we'll talk about it. And again, guys, if you guys have any changes to these builds or any recommendations, let me know down below in the comments. I'll go over them, try them out myself, and then obviously we can make a video on those if I do find them useful. I'll make sure I credit you guys if there's anything that I use from the comments down below. All right, guys, so the main thing here that you want to use is the PT to AKM stock, and then the actual PT1 stock. Then along with that, the MFT47. Then you have the Bastion rail, which you can get from Skier. As far as sight goes, if you notice on there, I have the MD, I believe it's called the MDS, right? This MRS, excuse me. That's a red dot sight, but you can also use the HS reflex sight, which I really like a lot, the Hollow Sun. If you go in a hideout here, and I can show you what I have on the AK545 here, I really like this sight. I don't know what it is. It's something about just the reticle and the way it looks super clean. The only thing about that type of reticle is the picture around it. The casing of the sight itself is really big, so something like the red dot sight, it's gonna be a little bit easier to see, especially just because there's not a lot of that metal casing around it. You just kind of have the glass and the red dot. So it's kind of obviously personal preference there. Don't say one is better than the other. I'm just saying that as far as which I have on which gun, then obviously it just depends on the situation, depends on the map sometimes, or whatever I feel like running that day. So we'll hop back in here into edit build. Like I said, the Bastion dust cover, the MOE AKM, the handguard for that, and then you can use the DD M-Lock foregrip, so that lets you throw that bad boy on there, along with the then DTK1, so this is the muzzle brake compensator, along with a TTAK muzzle attachment, so you can obviously put one or the other on there. Once you lock Skier level 2 as well, you can put the M-Lock 2.5, and then you can buy the Balder Pro on there, so that's nice that you can have a laser and light combo, so that's really solid there. The stats for this gun, I'll pull it up here so you can see it. Ergonomics 54, vertical recoil 90, horizontal 229. Keep in mind this is a 7.62 by 3.9 AK, so it's gonna be a little heftier than a 5.45 AK. You can run very similar build to this with AK 5.45. However, if I'm using AK 5.45, it's going to be very similar to that, but I also really like the SAG AK 5.45 carbine. I know this is a semi-auto gun, so obviously you don't have that advantage of close range combat when you're shooting really full auto, when you're especially getting close up to your targets, but just the control of this gun is really good, and that's something I recommend here, and I'll talk about that one just in a second. But again, guys, with the AKM, with level 2 traders, you can use the 7.62 by 3.9 FMJ. Penetration of 26. Most people right now, I would say, in their early wipe stages. I'm curious also, let me know what level you guys are just to kind of get a feedback on this. But most people are running level 2 and level 3 armors, and you'll be able to get a solid amount of penetration with this 26 penetration bullet. It does 63 damage as well, so a 7.62 by 3.9 is shooting a bigger ammo, bigger caliber, so it's going to be able to penetrate and do a little bit more damage. Definitely recommend trying this build out. It's definitely really solid. Again, it's an AK-762 with not the highest end. This is obviously the best that we can get right now, but it's also pretty solid if you need in a short situation to switch it over to full auto and, you know, spray an enemy or a player or a PMC or a scav that comes up to you. You can definitely do that with this build. Again, that is the 7.62 AKM variant. Additionally, we have the SAG AK545, which I mentioned briefly. So with the SAG AK545 here, and I'll pull up the stats here so you guys can see it. So the benefit with this gun, again, like I mentioned, is semi-auto. So obviously you don't have the full auto capabilities of this gun to be able to full auto spray a target if it's close to you. However, the ability to just spam left click and then spam those bullets with that semi-auto and having that control and recoil calibration to it is really important. So the fact that the vertical recoil on this is only 60 with a ergonomics of 67 makes this gun really efficient. On here we have the DT hybrid for the suppressor with the hybrid 45. excuse me, hybrid 46. Keep in mind with this same suppressor and this muzzle combo, that works on your AKM as well. So if you want to use this AKM suppressed, you can put that same exact muzzle combo on the AKM. You can buy that from Peacekeeper at level 2. So, and then on top here, the railing comes with a automatic railing for the sight, so you can mount it. It's obviously not something you need to add on. Additionally, I have the same laser light combo, the Balder Pro. It's one of my favorites. The fact that you can buy this with rubles is really, really good. Same foregrip here, so the DDM lock is really, really solid, especially for those level 1, level 2 traders. Then again, I mentioned earlier, I'm using the Hollow Sun reflex sight on this guy. Nice little touch here is going to be the AK EPG handguard, but the DD150 stock. Make sure you guys throw that on there. It's going to give you some nice added benefits as far as your stats go. Again, guys, these guns are really solid, especially for level 1, level 2 traders. If you're trying to get some tasks done, definitely recommend you guys try these guns out. Another really solid one, if you're going to be in a map that's going to be close quarters combat, definitely recommend trying the VSK 94. The benefit with this gun is the full auto capabilities. So with this gun right here, I'll show you what it looks like up close. Again, my hideout isn't fully lit up, so unfortunately, I can't really show you too clear, but hopefully you guys can at least see the recoil pattern. So I got on this wall. Really, really easy to control. The maximum bullets you can buy is 20, or maximum magazine capacity you can buy right now is 20. But the benefit of this gun is the fact that you're using SP5 ammo, which is a really solid bullet. It's 28 penetration, almost practically 30 pen. So it's a really solid gun, especially up close. You can throw on not a lot of, and the benefit of this gun is the fact that you can purchase it kind of outright as it is. It comes with a suppressor, and it kind of really practically comes built and ready to go. The main thing you can do here is buy the B13V, which is a side scope mount, which lets you throw on any sight you want there. Right now we have the H2, which is honestly one of the best sights in the game right now. So that's one of the nice benefits of using that. The H2 is literally one of the cleanest pictures as far as the sight picture, and then obviously how much railing and metal you have around the obviously the outside of the sight, so the build of it, which I think is really important, because again, being able to see your surrounding area when you're aiming through a sight is really, really important, because you don't want to miss any target that moves across your screen. So with the VSK, we're using SV5 like I mentioned. With the AK 545, the best bullet you can buy with level 2 traders right now is 545 by 39 FMJ, which has penetration 24. However, if you guys do look around the map, I tend to find a really solid amount of 545 ammo, especially like BP or PP. So both of those are really solid ammo to definitely try and pick up. So make sure you guys are looting those ammo boxes. Don't pass them up. They're really solid. You can get some really good ammo builds off of that. And for my last two builds here, we're going to be using 556 and talking about the UMP 45, which has been a true early meta wipe build. It's going to be using 45 ACP match, laser match FMJ ammos. This gun is really simple. That's the benefit of using the UMP. It's really, really solid. I have the MRS sight on there again as a reflex. You can buy the UMP suppressor from Peacekeeper Loyalty level 2. Then the RK04 grip that you can buy from Skier, but this gun is really ready to go. You just throw those 3 attachments on and you're ready to roll with a gun that shoots a bullet that does 25 penetration and practically has no recoil. If you've ever used the UMP before, the UMP in early wipe meta, it is an absolutely great gun to use. And if you want to step up your game and if you want to use a little bit of a 556 build, the only downside to the 556 gun right now is the bullets you can fire. So if you look here, the best ones we can buy, I believe, are the M856, which isn't really the greatest ammo you can buy. However, you can try and loot around and hopefully you find some, but penetration 18 isn't great. Unfortunately, that's definitely the best we can buy right now. There's not much to it, not much you can go around, and so you get Peacekeeper Loyalty level 3, and you can use M855. However, I will show you the build if you do want to use an M4A1 here. You can swap some of these parts out for black parts, but I just like to see some color in my gun sometimes. But that's all personal preference here. The 406mm barrel, the ATP buffer tube, swap that out from the standard one that comes with the Colt A2. So swap that out to the ATP, gives you more stat buffs. And then you're going to be using the DDS 150 FDE stock there, then the DDM lock on here as well. DDM lock can be switched out with the M-Lock 4.1 and RK04 grip. In between the two of those, you're losing 1 recoil and then getting +1 ergonomics, so depending on what's more important for you and depending on what gun build you're going for. And then on top of that, we have the hybrid 46 muzzle suppressor, so that's what the suppressor we can be using on our guns right now. And back to the Balder Pro, the tried and true classic. On here, you might notice we have a Romeo riser, with the H2 sight on here. Like I mentioned, the Aimpoint H2 is just one of the best sights in the game right now. And using that riser lets you see a little bit clearer picture without your gun kind of obstructing the sight. However, you can go with the same route of keeping the sight right attached lower to the gun with a different type of mount. However, that's all personal preference on there as well. Again, guys, both of these guns are really solid. I definitely recommend you try both of these guys. If you guys use any of these gun builds you've seen in a video here today, make sure you guys drop a like on a video, guys. A sub to the channel will be spectacular. And if you guys have any gun builds you want me to try out or any recommendations on any of the builds, let me know down below in the comments, guys. I'll go through them. I like to respond and catch up with you guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. I'm enjoying my wipe. Hopefully you guys are having a good wipe. If you guys are, again, let me know what level you guys are down below. I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you guys stay subs to the channel. Hit those bells for noties for more videos, guys. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.